What's up, everybody? Mike here, and in this video I want to go over some of the latest updates from the recent Capcom highlights when it comes to Dragon's Dogma 2, a game I'm very excited about and hyped about to play because I recently just beat Dragon's Dogma 1. I didn't go through the Dark Arisen DLC just yet. I do plan to do that at some point, but man, was that game a lot of fun, and I'm personally like mad at myself that I did not play it sooner. You know, I played the remastered version basically on PS4 and just had a blast with it. I do own it on PC as well. I did double dip because I do, want to do like a sort of like fun modded playthrough of the PC version at some point of the first game where like it like ramps up the difficulty and does some other cool like game changer like fixes, or not fixes, but like just craziness to it, adds more chaos to it because man, this game, this franchise like is so freaking good. If you've never played it before, I highly recommend you get it. Check it out. It usually goes on sale a lot, both on like Steam and on like consoles too. So I usually see it a lot of times when the first game goes on sale for like maybe like $5, maybe a little bit less when it does go on sale, or at least gets a super deep discount. At least the digital version. I'm not too sure about the physical, but yeah, fantastic game. And I'm so glad it's coming back in the form of Dragon's Dogma 2. And we even got more updates to go into. So yeah, before I go into that though, it is much appreciated if you guys would like the video and leave a comment too as well, because it's always helpful to the video and the channel overall. So let's go into this. The director Hideaki Itsuno and the producer Yoshiaki Hirabayashi joined Capcom Highlights to provide an overview of what players can expect when setting out on their own immersive fantasy adventures. In addition to your party with up to 3 AI companions known as pawns, players are encouraged to indulge their curiosity and stretch their creativity when exploring the world of Dragon's Dogma 2. From how they resolve quests to the way they interact with characters around them, the decisions players make will not only impact their Arisen's relationships with other characters, but they will also, in turn, change the interactions between characters as well. There are often creative solutions to avoid physical altercations, such as passing off an exquisite counterfeit item as a genuine article. Each decision the player makes will impact the complex web of relationships throughout a world filled with over 1,000 characters, each with their own objectives and motives. The director and producer also unveiled the Character Creator and Storage tool, which can now be downloaded for free on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and Steam, in case you did not know that and didn't see that. Do that. I've yet to do it myself. I will be checking this out myself. I'll be streaming this, like at the time it's recording, let's see, I'll be streaming this like tomorrow, but the time this video goes up, I've already done it, most likely. But yeah, I'm definitely going to dive into this. This looks so much better than the original game's character creation tool set and things like that. You can do in customization. Like, there's a lot more customization over across the board. I would argue, I think even more than, I can't even argue, it's a definite. Like, it's definitely more customization stuff here than I would say like Monster Hunter games, at least Monster Hunter World, and a few other Capcom games in the past when it comes to customization, when it comes to creating characters. Like, there's just a lot more here involved overall, and I'm happy about that they really, stepped up the character creator in this. This allows players to create 5 designs for their Arisen and main pawn. Those designs will be instantly transferred to the full game when Dragon's Dogma 2 releases. And it comes out March 22nd on PS5, Xbox Series X, S, and Steam. So players immediately embark upon their journey of launch. That way, this saves you a lot of time. I highly recommend doing this. I'm going to do it myself, like I said, and this is going to save you a ton of time. I already spend like a good hour, sometimes longer, in character creation, depending on what the game is, because I like taking my time to make my character the way I want. Finally, the duo unveiled plans to release official Capcom support pawns created by renowned content creators that will be available for other players through the network to join their own adventure, with initial announcements during Capcom Highlights and other participating creators to be revealed in the near future. To highlight a few of these, because these are a few of my personal favorite content creators that I admire, I look up to, and I take inspiration from. Maximilian Dude, I saw was part of that. Fighting Cowboy as well. 2 outstanding content creators that have really, changed the landscape of content creation, YouTube, etc., things like that. So, it's awesome to have these guys and they're being official pawns. So I'm definitely going to be trying to find their official pawns to recruit them at some point in the game. And in case you don't know too much about this game in general, like what's about it and the story of it, I want to go into some details here that's on the official website for the game. So when it comes to it, so under the About section part here, the site about Dragon's Dogma 2, The deep, explorable fantasy world of Dragon's Dogma. Dragon's Dogma is a single-player, narrative-driven action RPG that challenges players to choose their own experience from the appearance of their arisen, their vocation, their party, how to approach different situations, and more. On your journey, you'll be joined by pawns, mysterious otherworldly beings, and an adventure so unique you will feel as if accompanied by other players while on your own adventure. All these elements are elevated further by physics technology, artificial intelligence, and the latest in graphics, made possible with the RE engine to create a truly immersive fantasy world in Dragon's Dogma 2. The story begins in an underground gulf where the dragon's voice echoes in the fog of lost memories. Ascend, arisen, and best me, in accordance with the dogma of this world. Betwixt the domains of human and beastren, a hero must fulfill their forgotten destiny. What dogma does your heart see through your eyes? 'Tis a tale of one who shall slay the dragon and claim the throne. When it comes to the action, you'll be able to wield swords, bows, enchant magic, action that challenges your creativity. So as I like to remind you guys, this is going to be an immense, massive, open world RPG that's going to be super fun to get into. I hope it does really well. I am very hyped about this and just can't wait. Like I said, I'm going to be checking out the character creation tool and going to be making my arisen and my main pawn, maybe make a few extras as well too, just in case. Another thing to note here though is, like the original game, I believe there's only one save file slot, so you can't have multiple. Just keep that in mind. But you'll still be able to try out different vocations, at any time. I would imagine similar to the first game, you can switch out once you reach a certain point in the game. You can switch out and start leveling up, and then when you max out one vocation, you can switch up to another and then level it up and get it maxed out. Just try different stuff. So I know me personally, the Mystic Spear vocation is the one that's like calling me the most. I feel like I'm going to vibe with it a lot. Like that looks the most fun initially to me. When I played Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen recently, the first game, I did end up doing Assassin, which ended up being a lot of fun. It was a nice mix of like melee and also some ranged combat with the bow and arrow, to help, get targets from a distance. But I'm not super big on ranged combat. I'd like to be in close in enemies' faces, bosses' faces, or whatever the heck, just wrecking them, smashing them in, just slicing them up and things like that, and just obliterating them. So, we'll see how the Mystic Spear vocation is. I'm hoping it's a lot of fun. It looks like a mix of like maybe, use like Jedi powers a bit with like, you can just take an enemy's body or whatever, just toss it at another enemy type of stuff, But also, that's not to disregard any of the other vocations in Dragon's Dogma 2, because the rest look good too. Like, to me, there's no bad vocation class whatsoever. If you don't know what vocations are, those basically are class systems or classes in Dragon's Dogma 2 as well as Dragon's Dogma 1, basically. So, yeah, like, they all look good to me. They all have their strengths and weaknesses. So, to me, as of right now, at least anyway, I don't think there's any bad class. I don't know which one might be the most OP. We don't know yet. We don't know how far or what has changed about how leveling works in Dragon's Dogma 2, what maybe they added to the leveling system and builds and things like that in Dragon's Dogma 2 yet. We don't know that details yet, but I'm hoping that this will be just impressive and, worth the full price. It's going to be Capcom's first $70 game, so it seems like it's going to have a ton of content, a high replay value, and it seems like it's going to be worth the money. So that wraps up this video, guys, but let me know your thoughts and comments below. Is this something you're super excited about getting right away? Is this wait for a sale for you? What are you excited about the most? Are you, happy about the vocations and they add a few more? Have you already checked out the character creation tool, made your character? Like, what kind of characters you make, things like that. Let me know. And if you did enjoy this video, please hit that like, subscribe if you're new. And it always helps out when you guys do that stuff, the channel and the video itself. So my name's Mike. Thanks for watching.